Okay, so don't be surprised. Yes, I know. You're seeing two thumbnails. It's a little tricky. Don't trip. One of us was literally live. This one is the review. Boy, howdy do we got some shit to say. Full force. TSK is here. It's DC. It's Rob. It's Harold. We're all living the dream, as they say. We're all living the dream. Just got done watching the Royal Rumble. Got to talk the Royal Rumble. Some surprises, to say the least. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to be that guy, but I should be that guy. I just don't want to be that guy right now. And some things we expected, like a banger ladder match for WWE Championship, which kind of ended in a very weird way. Again, we'll get into. So, but before we do, I have to ask initial reactions to the show. Anything stand out more than others? Tell me how you feel.
Nah, it was a good show. It was fine.
Good show.
For what it was.
Good show.
And
It was a fun show.
I'm sober.
Fun.
Rob's the only. He's like, I'm in the boat alone. Oh, I love it. I'm sorry,
Going
Rob.
to the lonely island.
It's okay. We still love you, D&B.
I was sports entertained.
Right? Yeah. There we go. Thank you, D. I appreciate that one. Sports entertained, to say the least. The women. Go ahead.
Real quick, I'll just say this. You know, at the end of the day, that's what pro wrestling is about. It's about having fun.
Hey.
It's about enjoying what you're watching. Not every match needs to be a 5-star banger or whatever.
Why not? No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes you just want to have fun and enjoy what you're watching. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
And we did. We had 13, 14 people in our chat watching with us. It was nice to have everybody together.
It was.
Yeah. It's always good to have people.
It's good stuff. It was.
So,
Okay. The one thing I do want to I don't want to overstress it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I was sports entertained. Let's just move on. Let's talk about it. And I think we all had this feeling that the women's Rumble was going to start it, and that's exactly what we got. And it was one of these where I think, again, the foregone conclusion was Charlotte's coming back, so Charlotte has to win. And I think I think we were all in the same boat with that one.
yep.
So we're sitting here waiting for a result. So it's like, let's hang out, let's watch a Rumble. And we started out with Io Sky and Liv Morgan, who Liv is getting all the hate still just because she runs with Dom, and that's okay. We got Roxanne Perez at 3. I don't know NXT. I don't know NXT. So
First ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Yeah, you know, my boy David was over here watching it with me. He called Roxanne Perez as the anchor for the women's match, like right at the beginning, which I was kind of surprised about. And it ended up being the thing. Roxanne is a solid talent, and I want to say this now. She's going to win next year.
Ooh.
I believe she's going to win next year.
Yeah, considering how far they let her go into the match, and they trust her.
yeah, she
I
was.
can definitely see that. I can definitely see that as well.
She was. What? I think she was the second to last to be eliminated.
She was actually the last.
She was the last. That's right. There was the last. That's right. She got eliminated by Charlotte. Okay, so then we move on. 4, Lia Valkyrie. We get to 5, Chelsea Green. You got to do it. Love it.
Yep.
B-Fab's music hits, and I was like, who? So one of those
Jeffrey
moments.
from Toys R Us.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Me and Dee were kind of having a side discussion about these themes are just
You don't know.
atrocious, brother.
They're
You
so
don't know
bad.
who anybody is until their name comes up on the Tron.
And that's
Brother atrocious.
And literally, like, you knew Chelsea Green because she says her name in the theme, so it's like that's the only one. We get Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, Lash Legend comes in, Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler. I'm pretty sure we get all the way, I think we get 13 competitors, 14 competitors at one point, just clamored all into the ring. I don't think I've ever seen so many people actually in the Rumble all at one time.
Not in a very long time.
Shout out to Zoe Stark for missing the springboard
Hey.
a spot and then still hitting the clothesline like as if nothing fucking happened. Didn't roll her ankle or nothing.
Nope.
pro status.
You know, to go back to your point, Mo, about the theme songs, and I'll say
That's
this:
Rob's.
the theme songs with WWE now, they're like, when you go to the mall and you hear like cheesy second-rate knockoffs of real songs.
Oh God.
That's kind of like what Def Rebel sounds like.
Yeah.
They're just.
I mean, they do have a couple bangers. They do have a couple good ones, though.
Yeah, and honestly, and this is probably a whole topic for another show. They need to stop changing everybody's music every 4 or 5 freaking months.
Yeah.
Like the music needs to get over just as much as the worker does.
Bingo.
Amen. Amen.
I think that was like a literal. I think you may have quoted Jim Johnson at some point, in some way, because I'm like, I swear he has said something very similar to that. So
Be on the mat. He did.
Yes. See, there you go. I was like, I remember something. I don't remember what. At least somebody remembers.
That's why we do what we do right here.
I love that. Bailey comes in at 12. Made every man in the chat pop as she should. She's the bomb. Sonya Deville, Maxine Dupree. When Maxine Dupree comes in, that's when things start changing. That's when we finally start to see eliminations go down. I want to say B-Fab was the first one to be eliminated. She gets eliminated by Chelsea Green. Maxine Dupree. It was her and it was Ivy Niles decided to. I don't know why she pushed everybody out of the way so they could slug it out. I don't know the history behind it. All I know is it was hilarious because it's one who is like in the shadows, and then how long is I don't think Maxine Dupree's been on the main that long, has she?
A little bit, but she's doing more wrestling now.
Over a year now.
The long story short is, Chad Gable used to run with
That's right.
Maxine Dupree and
Yeah,
Ivy Niles, his new girl. So the Gable girls.
You see how Rob simplifies the entire thing as it's
That
you
man,
took
bro.
my man. Oh God, that's terrible.
You got the stats. You could put it together like that.
He's a stat man. Naomi comes in at 15. That's when we get Jada Parker, Mrs. Parker, as they were chanting her name in the chat from NXT, coming in at 16. She is all the Jada Parker there is, baby. Piper Niven at 17. Natalya at 18. When Natalya comes in, it just kind of slows down. And I mean by it, I mean her. I don't know what has gone on from the last time I've really paid attention to Natalya to now, but she is off. She is off.
What's weird is she spends a lot of time in the ring, training others, keeping up with repetition. So it is kind of strange. Now that you mention it, I did notice a little ring rust on her, so I don't know what all that was about.
She used to be the technician of the women's division for the longest time.
Right.
Like everything she did was crisp, and it was like, okay, cool. So I would expect a little bit of it, and it's like I think she's hanging out too much on Instagram. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I'm not hating. I'm just saying. I am liking the picture.
It could be the grand stage. You know what I mean? It could be
70,000
nerves. Who knows?
Indianapolis. Maybe it was cold outside. Who knows?
Yeah, man.
19. We get the debut of Jordan Grace, who, by the way,
Lex Luger, you mean?
Oh my God! Wow.
Ah!
Terrible. But I can't unsee it now that you say it. I can't do it. I can't unsee it. Jordan Grace gets one of the biggest pops of the entire night, not only just in the women's rumble, but the whole night period. She comes out to her TNA theme. They actually acknowledge the fact that Naomi and Jordan Grace had a feud or had a buddy partnership or whatever have you in TNA. So kind of, blurring the lines here, because I do kind of remember when Cody first came back, it was like he had died. The AEW was never a thing. He just left New Japan and went off into the wither. But here, at least they acknowledge it, so I like that. Meechin at 20. Every time I see her, the literal first words out of my mouth are, "Where the fuck is your man?" I have no idea where this guy is, and I'm literally concerned. I'm at the point of concern.
He's
All right.
messed up pretty bad.
Oy.
Yeah.
He's messed up.
I don't
pretty
think.
bad.
Yeah. The next time I see Keith Lee is a happy day because, I'm hearing he's not doing too well health wise. So, you know what I mean. Just as long as he's healthy is all I worry about.
That's what I'm saying.
There was a picture of him that went up, I think, with Mia Yim. He has lost a little bit of weight, so hopefully
Good.
he's headed in the right direction.
Hey, I love it.
As boy was big, and I'm no one to say anything, but
No, but
He was big.
my man
yeah.
was large.
yeah. I mean, and we mean larger than he was. I don't know what it is. People were ballooning in AEW, but that's a different story for a different day. The return of Alexa Bliss at 21, another massive pop. Michael Cole literally screams, "The internet said she wouldn't come back," and I know Pat McAfee just looked dead at him like, "You're fucking kidding me, right?" Obviously, the kayfabe. Huge pop. She came back on the back of her jacket. I want to say said "Friend for Life."
Fiend for life.
Fiend for
great.
life. I love it.
Fiend for life. I thought it was Pray for life.
I want to say
They
it
didn't
said.
ship.
I'm pretty sure it was Fiend for Life as well. Yeah. So, regardless, it's a shout out to Bray. Got to do the love. People are already saying it's the Wyatt 6. Confirm the Wyatt 6. Hey, I'm all about it. I'm not hating it. I like it. Bring it to me. Zelina Vega,
Sir.
22. Candice LeRae at 23. Stephanie Vacure comes in at 24, and then that's when we get another massive pop. And I mean, all the boys were young again, hiding their stuff, if you will, for lack of better terminology. Trish Stratus, who for some reason does not age.
No.
Bro, look better than she did when I was in middle school.
I wasn't going to
Give
say
it
it.
to
I'm
me,
glad
girl.
you said it. I was
Give
like,
it to
what?
me, girl.
I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Who opened the time machine and took it back? And then she started wrestling, and she moved like she was in her 40s, which is okay.
Bro.
I'm sorry. But
Hey, I can't. I can cope with that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
kidding.
knock.
See what you did there.
It wasn't a knock. The cope. How dare you? Oh, God. Raquel Rodriguez, one of, the flattest responses of the entire night from her. And I've said it, and it's unfortunate that they've made her Diesel.
They have.
They literally try to make her, as Diesel as can be, but they don't remember that Diesel didn't matter. He was just there.
She looked like Diesel from Blood In, Blood Out.
So gasoline, got it.
No, she looked more like the fake Diesel.
Yeah,
Ah!
that's what I said. You call it gasoline.
That's
Terrible.
it. That's it.
So what are you not gonna call her? What's her next gimmick gonna be? A fake evil dentist?
Gasolina.
She looked like fake Diesel and fake Razor Ramon put together.
Fucking Rob gets it, man. Fucking just package your gasolina. I love it. This is the best.
Gasolina.
The return to Charlotte Flair was probably the biggest pop of the night. Because it was actually no, I wouldn't say biggest pop of the night. It's the biggest one of the biggest reactions because it was super mixed because you had gotten the initial oh shit and then it was like a here come the boos a little bit and then it just kind of was in the middle and it felt weird but I didn't hate it. It's what she got. She
pyro.
She got
pyro.
all the pyro.
All of it.
She stole fucking goddamn homeboy from the Marvel Universe's cape, Doctor Strange, because I don't know what the fuck that robe was. It's just fucking the thing was gigantuan. But hey,
I think she borrowed it from Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Good
maybe. But you know what? No, it wasn't extravagant enough. There wasn't it had to be gaudy. And maybe if it was cheetah printed, okay. But no, there was no cheetah print. It's got Seth Rollins written all over it. Julia comes out at 28. everybody is like, it's like a half. It's like, I don't want to say it's a half reaction, but the ones that were excited were overly excited that she's here, and we got all the big name girls from NXT, and then out comes fucking Nia Jax, who quite literally just walked out of the most humid place in the world apparently because her hair is on all the frizz, the frizz.
Bro, talk about a charisma fucking vacuum.
Seriously, it just sucked the entire. All the vibe left the room. All the vibe was gone.
Not only did she subtract charisma from the room, but the fucking hairline was egregious. Yeah, or egregious, however you fucking pronounce
however
it.
you want to pronounce it. It was
fucking hairline, bro. It was offensive. That's all I gotta say.
In the words of Mike Epps,
And
if you were in the military, you'd be like this.
Would know about that.
Oh God,
bro. No, exactly.
Sorry.
We know about fucking hairlines being egregious.
Oh God.
Nia Jax, you are one of us.
Yeah.
No shame. There's no shame in it.
There's no shame. Oh God, I can't. And thank you for that, because saying I can't. The names that were on the list, the TNA people you could have had, Masha Slamovich, a Rosemary, you could have had Becky Lynch, you could have had fucking Jade Cargill. Where was Jade Cargill at?
She would have gotten a fucking pop. Mo.
AJ Lee. Give me an AJ Lee for all the rumors. All the rumors that we had, and instead, fresh off a divorce and a massive scandal on domestic abuse, Nikki Bella. And she got booed out bad. Like, it was the second you heard that music hit, the reaction was seamless. Why? Just why?
I'm gonna stop you there, bro.
Oh, please.
As a, I feel fairly unbiased between AEW and WWE, or just wrestling in general. I think that's kind of unfair for you to say instead of someone like AJ Lee, or that's a lot of pressure for WWE. That's a lot of pressure for AJ Lee. And I think, in my opinion, I think Nikki Bella is fair enough. I think that's a fair enough surprise. I'm actually kind of offended at you downplaying that.
Really now? Okay. I just don't see it as... I just don't see it. It's one of those things where
it's
it was...
huge. It's not huge.
It's not huge. And again, as you said too, if it was a Jade, she would have got a big pop.
Okay.
You have...
That I'll give you.
You have...
Had it been Jade instead of Nikki, big pop.
Or even the supposed return of Becky Lynch.
Oh, yeah, huge. That's huge.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
that's not on WWE, though. If Cargill's not ready, if Becky is not ready, Nikki's not terrible.
She's not very good either.
Nikki's one of those people you don't have to use her every single day. You can plug her in, have her be in there with 5 or 6 people that can carry her. She's a name.
Casuals know Nikki Bella.
Okay.
I talk to people all the time. I'm like, how the fuck do you know Nikki Bella? They know her.
I mean, that's an outstanding point, because as I'm literally throwing a fit on this side of the camera about Nikki Bella being in the Rumble. During the break, I go and discuss it with my wife, and she's like, "It's all over TikTok. She was coming back," and I was like, "Oh, so this was a thing."
Exactly.
So this was a thing.
They were talking about it like a week ago. That like she was at Raw like a week or two ago, and it's like
exactly. Oh. Yeah. You know what? I didn't expect her on Raw because the whole. I don't know if a lot of people know. Obviously, I'm sure wrestling marks know. Nikki Bella's kind of been on this whole thing with her husband, There's been a whole situation with that going on recently regarding domestic abuse. So the fact that her coming back to wrestling so quick after that situation is a big thing.
Well,
Uh,
Harold,
you
not
know,
only that, but she and Brie both have made comments, that have been pretty anti WWE on their way out last time.
that's
Like when
true.
their contract ended, they kind of said some things.
Different regime at the time.
True.
Totally different regime. Triple H is a different beast. Triple H is a different person. Triple H is different politics. He's a lot more on the level with people. I think they probably have more access to him than they would have had with Vince.
See, with different ways of thinking of things kind of brightens your whole aspect of the whole
True.
thing. So good point. We finish off with knowing, well, I wouldn't say knowing, but the feeling was that Charlotte was going to go on to win. It goes down to her and Roxanne Perez. It actually looked like there was a point where Roxanne might get rid of Charlotte, but Charlotte gets her over the rope. Actually, they're battling off the apron. So Roxanne gets pushed off. Charlotte picks up the win. She will headline WrestleMania. So the question is against whom? Against which world champion, or I guess women's world champion, is she going against? Since she just
Tiffany.
now returned and she doesn't have a brand.
It's going to be Tiffany Stratton.
Oh.
Yeah, that feels like the money match. Although Charlotte and Rhea again would be pretty sick, but I feel
It's been done
Charlotte-
before.
Twice.
Exactly.
Twice.
But that's why I feel Charlotte and Tiffany would be the money match.
Yeah, I would pay for that.
They've been building Tiffany Stratton to be basically the next Charlotte because, hey, let's be honest here. A, Charlotte's not getting any younger.
No.
B, those injuries have been starting to rack up.
That's very true. That she did come in with
So-
a massive knee brace on.
Exactly. And if I'm Triple H, I'm thinking, okay, and Charlotte has made comments about wanting a family at some point. So again, that falls in that she's not getting any younger. So if I'm Triple H, I'm thinking, okay, long term, I need to start getting somebody ready to take that spot.
Yeah, definitely something that that we were talking about as we were watching the Women's Rumble with Charlotte is how much of that was other people being able to carry Charlotte, and how much of that you couldn't really tell if Charlotte had a ring rust or not. You couldn't really tell with her.
I could
She
tell
had a
because
big old knee brace on.
I
you
could kind
couldn't
of tell a
tell
little bit because her
what was
chops
going
were
on with her.
garbage.
Right.
But that's about it. But I mean, I don't know. Give it time. But you're not. You guys are 100%. I think Tiffany Stratton is being pushed. The idea, and I don't want to go immediately to she's blonde and she's good looking. But hey, she's blonde and she's good looking. It's a formula that's worked for them in the past, so I think they're gonna kind of stick with it.
It's a tale as old as time with WWE. Like it works.
It works. Hey, it worked with
Hey,
Alexa.
it works in AEW too.
Hey, what do you know? What a concept. Goodness gracious. Are we that simple? Are we that simple? I think we're that simple. So we get into the tag match, WWE Tag Team Championship. 2 out of 3 falls. DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. My expectations were too high.
Way too high.
Way too high.
Were they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I set the bar on a Young Buck Lucha Brothers kind of level. You know what I mean? I put it up there because I think when I see DIY, I think about all the good they did in NXT. And it was a lot of good. A lot of good.
Yeah.
And then I think of the Motor City Machine Guns, and I think of how much time they've gone to perfect their craft, not only in TNA, but in Japan and anywhere else they've fucking traveled. So I figured I would get a good chunk of indie work. I don't want to. I have no other way of phrasing it right now. You know, give me some of the. You know, give me the shit that you guys would pull on the indies. You know, give me a half a PWG type of thing. Yeah, type of feel. I didn't get that. I didn't even get the NXT feel.
You know, part of the issue there's a couple issues with that. Issue number one, the Guns are they're both in their 40s. Like they're not young men anymore.
Far from it.
They can't do that style anymore. They both have said it. They can't. And as far as DIY, Ciampa can't be as, you know, hard hitting as he used to because he's one injury away from. He said he's one injury away from being done.
Well, yeah.
That neck is, it's, you know, touch and go, and he's trying to preserve his career as long as he can, and then, you know, be done. He's at the point in his career where he's making his money,
right?
And for what it was, when you look at it just at the surface as just a tag team match, it was good, and we got the tag titles defended on a PLE again.
Very true. Unfortunate, but true.
For what it was good. For what it was fine.
That's the best. I mean, I can't. I'm not going to be. There's no other way to say it. You're 100% right. The first fall came within, I want to say, about 3 minutes, maybe just over 3 minutes. Comes from Tommaso Ciampa hitting a knee strike on Alex Shelley. They pick up the first fall. It goes on for a little bit. I want to say it was at Sabian and what was it? What's their finisher? Skull and Bones.
Yeah,
they hit that. That gets the second fall. People are kind of alive, kind of getting into it. DIY are coming back. There's the super kick, fairy tale ending. It gets broken. The cover gets broken up. What is it? Teddy was going bananas because the Motor City Machine Guns had hit their finish before, like from the one that they had from TNA. It gets broken up. We get the what was it? All of a sudden, it's, I want to say, they're working on something else. That's when we get two hooded guys in black sweaters that, because, you know, it just means bad things, come in and they're beating the crap out of dudes with crutches. Turns out to be the Street Profits. I had no idea that good guys could do bad guy shit, or at least it's been forever since we've seen it. So they pretty much beat up. The Motor City Machine Guns to help out DIY so they can get a shot at the belts.
So they can be the ones to take the titles off of.
But that just fit. Now, don't get me wrong. I think 1 + 1 + 1 means 3. And I think that that's exactly what they want you to think at the end of this. I know it, right? Math, it's hard. But I think that's like, you're going to have a triple threat now, right?
WrestleMania.
Elimination Chamber.
Oh, my God.
But
But
do it again at WrestleMania.
I think realistically, like if I'm booking this out,
fucking Rob.
I think, you know, because every WrestleMania we always get some kind of multi-team match. We got it last year with the tag titles. Remember, that's when they ended up splitting them up.
No, I don't remember last year very much.
I do.
Brain don't
And
work like that no
I
more.
think that's what they're going to do this year with, you know, SmackDown tags. Maybe, you know, they have dual ladder matches. You know, we're going to get some kind of, you know, multi-team match. And I think, you know, we're probably getting, you know, Pretty Deadly versus Street Profits versus the Guns versus DIY.
Guns. Oh
Motor
my
Machine
gosh.
Guns. Okay, we're in the same
Like, what
boat because
the
I was like,
fuck?
hold on, huh? I immediately thought of Austin and Colton, so don't feel bad.
Hey,
Yeah.
those are the ass boys. Those are the ass.
Oh God. Okay, so a fatal 4-way come WrestleMania, what, TLC match? Fuck it. There you go. I just wrote it for you. You're welcome. I like it. I don't see why not.
Ta madre.
We get because we're at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, where Pat McAfee was a numerous year punter for the Indianapolis Colts. For some goddamn reason, we are given his stats. How many punt yards he's had, the fact that he's thrown one completion, and then we get
Sacks, bro. The sacks.
the sacks. That's right. The massive hit on I forget the guy's fucking name. I'm gonna say Drew. I know that's the wrong guy. On a Denver Bronco player, the one that made him quote unquote famous. We didn't need to see it. I could give
Peyton
a shit.
Manning.
No, not Peyton Manning.
He was a runner.
Hey, I don't watch foosball. It's the devil.
Oh, goodness gracious. We get a bunch of celebrities in the crowd, for lack of better terminology. We get Ron Simmons, Rick Steiner, Rob Van Dam, and his hot wife. Was it a welterweight fighter from UFC? Was it Bella Muhammad?
Welterweight champion.
A welterweight champion? I haven't followed the UFC in so long. It's just that's a no thank you. And then
Don't think the crowd knew who he was either.
And then who the fuck is John Mellencamp?
He's a fucking singer. What are you talking about?
Singer for what?
A singer from the 70s.
What do you mean singer for what?
He's a folk singer. He's an American folk singer.
Yeah. Old school guy.
I was born in a small town, bro. Sucking on a chili dog outside the tasty breeze.
70s.
You ain't sucked on a chili dog outside of Tasty Freeze. You don't know John Mellencamp.
I apparently I need to look up John Mellencamp.
Suck on a chili dog outside of Tasty Freeze, and you will know.
Outside of taste.
Shame.
This sounds like a joke, but
No,
I swear to God, this is John Mellencamp, bro. Sucking on a chili dog. I'm telling you, look it up.
When I look it up, I swear my reaction is going to be. I should.
Suck on that chili dog right now.
I need to record myself when I do it. Ladder match: Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. God, I hate saying that, but it is the Undisputed Championship. The Winged Eagle versus the logo belt. It's Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. It's Cody Raheem Rhodes. Or as he's known as Cody.
Raheem.
That's right. The guy who I believe had the most ladder matches in AEW versus the guy who's probably had the most ladder matches in anybody's life in WWE.
True.
In Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Very true.
I think they said Owens had what 6 or 7 already in his WWE career.
Yeah, but does that
That's
include
at least
NXT?
what, like once a year?
It's a year almost.
And that's not counting the Ring of Honor ladder matches.
But now again, but
Yeah, not at all.
is that counting the 3 or 4 he had in NXT?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, no, there's if it is, that's crazy because I swear there's been more than that. But regardless, we'll have to check his stats later. But we get into it. They set these ladders up where there was like a breakaway step, and I'm already jumping like right in the middle of the match. But it's like it threw me off that I have to bring it up right now. I was just like, huh? There's no way you broke that off the ladder, bro. There's no way you broke that off the ladder.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Just had to get that off my chest. They literally beat the dog shit out of each other all around this arena or this stadium. Fucking everywhere. They're beating up each other in the crowd. They're using drinks to hit somebody with. Kevin Owens is fighting a young girl for her cell phone for a spot just so he could chuck it on the floor. Probably broke the screen. Fucking dickhead. Just for them to keep fighting all around to see more cell phones out than I've ever seen in my life record just these two guys beating the shit out of each other. They get back towards the ring. And this becomes construction time with Kevin Owens. Tool time, if you will. And he's setting these ladders up. And he's got one that's like this. It's barely on there. It's this like weird low bridge one that they have set up. And it's like half slope because the ropes are weird. And we have no idea what they're going to do. They're working in the corner. We're going up for what looks to be Cody's has got a superplex. I don't think anybody's actually ever superplexed Kevin Owens. because he always catches them and hits. I forget what the fuck it's called. A fisherman buster. That's right. It's a fisherman buster off the thing. But the way they come down the ladder was exactly how it's intended and hurt exactly as it's intended to. Because Cody goes back first, whiplashes through it, then rolls fucking out, while Kevin Owens gets a good old fashioned smack on the head. Because welcome to pro wrestling. And every fucking what is it? What I don't want to call them trainers. What are they called? The coaches, not coach. I forget what the hell they're called. Managers. I forget. Anyway, all these guys are coming out. They're all checking on everybody. The one doctor finally shows up and does something, and then all of a sudden out comes Sami Zayn. He's checking on Kevin Owens. He's checking on Cody. He looks like he wants to start kicking Cody's ass, which I don't know why they didn't bring attention to it, because it was as fucking clear as day. And then he goes back to check on Kevin. Kevin says, "Fuck this shit." They keep fighting. They do they do the other spot where Kevin ends up blowing him, goes for the package pile driver on the ladder, and gets countered into the Alabama Slam, where Kevin's head just whiplashes in the scariest way I have seen, probably ever. It was horrific, and to make matters worse, not only was it just the whipping of it, he comes down and lands as hard, and I wouldn't say as hard as you can, but lands as hard as it's possible on his neck. So I'm hoping he's okay. I'm not hoping he's fine. I'm hoping he's just okay, because I thought the guy was dead, and it kind of brought the entire match to a halt. People weren't sure how to react. People weren't sure, is Cody dead? Is Kevin dead? Should Cody actually even go do the thing? Are we going to stop the match impromptuly? And then Cody goes, climbs the ladder like he's like everybody else is in slow motion, and Cody Rhodes is not. Gets the belts, takes all fucking day to get the belts. He doesn't know if he wants to unclip the clip. Then he starts, all right, I'll fucking just take both belts down. Takes all day. Picks up the win, still the undisputed champion. I am more worried about Kevin Owens' health than to see what he's doing next.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I,
you know,
yeah.
I hate to say it, but because I love the Winged Eagle, Mo. You and I have talked about it. You know, we both get that fucking belt off TV already.
Oh, yeah.
You have had months.
It's a
to
replica.
get at least it put on a new strap.
Yeah.
Instead, if you look at the back of it, you can clearly see the sticker, the tag that says replica belt WWEshop.com.
It's so bad. Oh, that's so bad.
Like, literally, all you would have to do is take the back of it off, take the plates off, put it on a leather strap. I guarantee you, they could have somebody that works for them switch it out, be done quickly.
Yeah, minutes. Oh, goodness.
But no.
So, I don't want to ask, because again, as we all shook our heads at the fact that we're a little more worried about this man's health. But what's even next for Kevin Owens? This seems to be a thing for him. I think he did this at the last Rumble, challenging for the World Championship, and came up short.
Hopefully some time off, because he might be really, really fucked up.
Yeah, I think that for sure.
To be 100% honest, that ending of the match kind of made everything before that completely irrelevant.
Oh yeah,
you kind of knew what you're gonna get with Kevin and Cody going into the ladder match. Obviously, we know what Cody's done in AEW with ladder matches. We know Kevin Owens' history with ladder matches, so we knew what we were gonna get. But holy shit, that ending was bad. I couldn't even think of a fancy word to use.
So we have what? Let's see, January, first, February, March. We have a little more than
What do you call it? 65
11, like
days.
10, about 2.5 months, give or take.
Yeah.
So realistically, you could have him take off half of that. So have him take, a month, maybe a month and a week off. I don't know, maybe you have him do something with Sami Zayn, where, have him say, Sammy wasn't there for him, Sammy didn't help him.
You could. That's not a terrible idea. Harold?
Uh, I want to say, in contrast to others, I felt the match was fucking vanilla.
Oh,
It
wow.
was pretty boring to me, and even that spot at the end with Kevin taking the Alabama slam into the ladder, I thought was pretty safe in my opinion. Others in the room actually reacted in the same way that you guys did, saying that was a pretty rough landing. I thought it was all right, and Kevin, when they showed him at the end of the match, he kind of just had, if anything, a gash over his eye, which I don't think had anything to do with the ladder. Uh, so I thought it was pretty. Uh, I mean, maybe maybe it was the energy in the room, but Kevin, I thought looked fine to me. I thought they played a good angle with it. They got the good camera angle at the end with Kevin and Cody in the same shot, with Kevin kind of looking frustrated and Cody kind of looking, prideful at the end. I thought that was great cinema in WWE classic way that they do that. I don't know. I felt it was a good way to end it. I didn't feel it was rough or out of the ordinary at all.
But I guess they just had us sold.
Yeah,
I gotta think, you look at Kevin Owens' back, that thing's gotta be black and blue.
Oh.
That boy's gonna
Yeah.
have some lumps. He's gonna have
Oh, yeah.
some goose eggs.
He definitely landed high on the shoulders, so I'm definitely sure he's gonna have some pain there. But
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he's
he
gonna be
took it
hurt.
like a champ. They're pros, bro. I
That's
thought it
true.
looked good.
That's, again, maybe it's just overthinking and underanalyzing. Who knows? But it is what it is. Again, in a way, I guess you could kind of say that maybe KO is going to get a little sympathy out of this. He could kind of end it at babyface ish. You know what I mean? That he did get the shit beat out of him as it's got told to us. Who knows? Oh, come on.
Should pull the Andy Kaufman. He should pull the
That's
neck
what I'm talking
brace.
about. I
I'm
just
suing Cody,
that's
bro. Tell me that wouldn't last until Mania.
not only would it talk about a storyline that would probably garner like national, if not worldwide coverage, just because of what
Yeah,
it's playing off of. I think that would be an excellent move. It could be done perfectly by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens would be the perfect guy
yeah,
for that.
yeah. There's few people that Kevin Owens could even have that chemistry or nail that with, and Cody has got to be at the top of that list.
For sure. So, not at the top of my list for match of the night is the Royal Rumble, and we'll get into it.
Mhm.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. It's already bringing me down a little bit, but we'll hop into it.
You're gonna be that guy.
I am going to
You're
be
gonna
that guy. I'll be that guy in a bit. Rey Mysterio,
What?
Penta started out, which I think I don't really know of a better two to start it out. It got
Right.
it got an excellent pop. People loved it. People are absolutely just. Penta has the people in his hand right now. You know what I'm saying? He is that guy, and I love it
And
because
what fucking happened?
they have brought in so many massive name luchadors and have gotten only so far. I already feel like they could go 2, 3, 4, 5 times as far with Penta than they could Santos Escobar, or even what they were attempting to do with Dragon Lee, which I don't know where the fuck he's at too.
He's on paternity.
With the baby.
Oh, that
With the baby.
everybody got goddamn kids right now. That's their excuse. I'm at home with my baby. You know who ain't
Fucking
got
boner
babies
havers.
and we're not worried about no goddamn kids? Chad Gable. Chad Gable ain't worried about you and your goddamn kids. He's number 3. Out comes Carmelo Hayes at 4, and then Santos Escobar at 5. When he comes in, it kind of dynamic changes. You get the lucha feel. Of course, Cole has to make the joke about there being all the luchadors in the or no, it was Wade about oh, here comes another luchador. It's like, hey, whoa, what are you trying to say, brother? We're trying to say, brother.
Wait, are we gonna pass up the fact that Penta was eliminated?
Penta got eliminated. Yeah, he got eliminated early by.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
Oh.
Both his feet touched the floor.
Thank you for that.
Right a fucking way. They ruined the fucking match. And the vibe, I felt like they needed to send in Otis earlier than they did. Because Otis would have fucking saved the spot.
Yeah.
Being funny as he is. But Penta's feet touched the fucking floor.
And
they sent in Carmelo Hayes, who he tried his best with his high spots, but he's a rookie to the main roster. They should have pulled the audible and send in Otis. That's what I got to say about that.
I like the way you caught that, because you're 100% right. He did touch, even if it was like the toe tap. The toe tap means you're out. You know what I'm saying? It was 2 feet. They're like, what do we do? What do we do? The refs are looking at each other like, what do we do? It's 1 foot. It's 1 foot. I'm like, okay. Whatever you
they
say.
Acted like it didn't happen. And in my opinion, like I was just saying, they sent out Carmelo Hayes. Had they sent out Otis and he hit the fucking reverse worm, everybody would have forgotten that Pentagon's feet hit the floor.
Yeah, you have a point.
For me, in my opinion, that was rough. For the first few minutes, it was so awkward, and nobody could kind of pick up the pace for a few minutes until Otis came out, in my opinion.
No, you're 100% right, because when Otis came out, he was number 6. Everything kind of changed. You didn't know if it was going to be just him and Chad Gable or what, so he kind of works with everybody. He does the worm, or what's he called? The caterpillar, because he's so big. I love it. Out comes Braun Breaker at 7. And I talk about how just overall impressed I am with this athlete of a man. This is a fucking football stadium. Oh, come on. This is a football stadium where the walk had to be a good, 30 yards? This guy got there in the fastest time of anybody, and he jogged it. Goddamn well he jogged it. He's fast as shit. Gets down there, literally slides it in the ring, fucking mid half a step out of the slide, spears the dog shit out of Santos Escobar, goes around, just starts ripping everybody a new one, and Harold hates it. Why?
He was fast.
He was fast. I love the guy. I'm a sucker for Braun Breaker.
Fuck it.
He's my guy. Speaking of fast, Akira Tozawa comes out. He's supposed to be number 8. He gets beat up by, I want to say, was it Chad Gable?
Carmelo. It's Carmelo.
Carmelo, that's right. Carmelo's all butthurt that he got eliminated. So he beats up Akira Tozawa. They walk him to the back, and Triple H is like, whoa, we got to get somebody. I show speed. You get out there. And it's like, huh? So again, a nice little what's up to social media. And out comes this, Twitch guy who was in Mania last year? Or was it the year before?
I think it was
the year before. Hollywood.
That's right. Because he was the prime bottle.
Yep. He was in the suite next to me. I just got to say that.
Check my man out bragging. I believe he gets an elimination, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No. Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he eliminates Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Braun Breaker eliminate Otis. But he eliminates Otis and then gets fucking murdered.
Decimated.
Just
fucking decimated.
The big word. Go ahead, Rob, please.
Oh, the whiplash. They had the audacity to show it in a slow motion replay to where his neck just
Said,
M
wham!
net.
it was gone.
Oh. And not only does he get just obliterated, but then you got this 260-pound dude just like rubbed on him on his way out, and then fucking just hucks him to Otis, and Otis goes right over the announce table.
Oh,
Just, I fucking hell. I don't. First off, I think he might be the first celebrity to get an elimination. And if I'm wrong, please somebody correct me in the comments. And
Cole had the nerve to ask him if he was okay.
jackass. Cole was on some stupid shit all night long. All night long, Cole was on some stupid shit. I don't know what happened.
I popped for that exact sequence because I said, if anything is going to redeem the fact that they put this fucking nobody into, well, he's not a nobody to the world, but to me, I don't give a fuck about social media, so I don't know who this guy is. I'm like, please, Braun Breaker, just murder this dude. And that's exactly what happened. And that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you, WWE.
They finally are giving us what we want. Out comes Sheamus at number 9. It's Fight Night, yells Pat McAfee. Out comes Jimmy Uso at 10. Andrade at 11. Jacob Fatu at 12. And this is when, again, dynamic changes in the match.
It got real.
He is
Real
a
quick.
monster. He may not be the 6'8", 345-pound mother. I don't give a shit. I don't ever. He is, if you really need to put it into words, he is a mini Umaga with fucking twice the stamina and fucking 10 times the skill. He is just a wrecking ball. It's ridiculous. As impressed as I am with Braun Breaker, I am more so impressed with Jacob Fatu. Just this
The
kid
thing
is on
is
another level.
That we've known about Jacob Fatu for years. We know that he's been that guy. It's just that the rest of the world is finally getting to see he's been that guy.
And I want to. I have a little bit of written notes in my notes. He was winded as he ran down the thing, but for a man who was winded from running from the tunnel to the ring, he whooped more ass than anybody I've seen running that distance. Like, just, it's...
Because I tell you, if that was a normal human being, sure, they would have made the running distance. But when they got to that ring, wouldn't have been able to do half the shit.
You do the bullshit fucking fighting or whatever. You're not going in there killing 3-4 guys. You're not doing it. He is a fucking he's an animal. He's a goddamn animal. Ludwig Kaiser comes out at 13. He jogs his way down and stops and hangs out. And he thinks he's going to be the smart guy. And DC's reaction is everybody's reaction. And then this guy's waiting for his chance. And he's like, all right, I'm going to sneak in there. And he gets in. And he gets immediately eliminated. And they're like, is it a record? Nope, Santino Marella still holds the record. But it's fucking damn close. So apparently he's the number 2 fastest elimination in Royal Rumble history.
Wow.
Just a big old middle finger to him. Even though I thought he was getting a push. I thought he would get a push. But I guess I don't know nothing.
I went outside to get my food when he was running out, and by the time I got back in, he was gone.
He was gone.
I didn't know what happened.
Oh, God. We get the Miz at 14, and they remind us that he has been in 16 Royal Rumbles, and I immediately felt my age like nobody's business, because I remember this guy's first Rumble when I was in high school, and he's now been in 16. Ugh, I'm old as shit. Joe Hendry at 15. The fucking world pops. The world pops. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Everybody clapped along. It was the shit. It was the shit. He comes in, doesn't get any eliminations, but he is getting some tear. He's getting some work in. As Kyle would say, I understand this guy's gimmick. You don't have to. As Teddy says, if you don't get it, it ain't meant for you to get. However, it is for everyone to get when the one true tribal chief comes back. 16, he comes out. And when Roman comes out, he gets, that's where I put it up, he gets all the love. There is, of the 70+ thousand people there, at least half, at least 35,000 had the one up, acknowledging the tribal chief, which just shows you how fucking, like, what level this guy is still on. He doesn't even have a belt. He's not even the world champion. The 1,000-day reign is gone.
For those who know, we had two like this.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
He's up at 16.
The second Roman's
squat.
You get a pop.
And
you can't say that for everybody.
No. It was awesome. It was a great moment. We get Drew McIntyre at 17, which it's like, what a combination. What a set that came out. You came out with Joe Hendry. Then you got Roman Reigns. Now you got this psychopath Drew McIntyre coming out here. Finn Balor in somebody's theme music that he stole. He stole somebody's theme music. This is not his theme music. I don't know who the fuck put the button on this shit. This was not Finn Balor's theme music. I don't know what it was, but if they're trying to make him like the cool guy, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It just looked really bad. He's rocking the Nikes.
What's wrong with it? He got the bandana out the side, out the back pocket.
Oh God, he's from Ireland. That's what's
all he needs is a fucking drill intro song, UK drill.
See,
intro.
now that's different. That's different.
Totally different character from what he's been presenting. I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for the growth.
Let's go. All right, I like it.
The girth.
And the girth. Oh, hey, not the girthy. 19 is Shinsuke Nakamura. Girthy. Shinsuke was barely in this match, unfortunately, and I thought that's a fucking robbery. Pure robbery. Robbery. Jey Uso comes out at 20. That's who ends up eliminating Shinsuke Nakamura. Cut rather quick. I want to say AJ's been hurt. And he's back at 21. Another massive pop. Back with the old music. You don't want none.
Thank God.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever the music he's had, don't do it. Just leave that there. Or you could bring the one he had from fucking TNA. But I don't think you want to do that.
We don't want none of that.
Speaking of things we don't want, Braun Breaker at 22. I don't know why. Just because they need a big man. Strowman.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with Braun Breaker?
Oh, no, not Braun Breaker. Sir. Braun Strowman. Messed it up. That's my bad.
Oh.
John Cena at 23. Everybody got excited for John. I was kind of hoping for the Doctor. You're excited for John? D, we can't hear you. You might be muted. Don't be muted. Don't be that guy.
DC. No to John Cena?
He says no to the one. Still can't hear him.
I can't hear DC.
Nobody can hear the DC. We'll have to fix his audio in a bit. He'll have to check it out. CM Punk comes in at 24. People loved it. I could give a shit. There was one dude in the crowd who looked like the happiest man in the world. He just, that was, his life was made. He was, I've never seen a grown man so giddy in all my days. It just, that's all I know. It's not, I'm not knocking on him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
That's your thing.
Not our thing.
Hey.
That's your thing. Cool.
That's right. It's not my thing, but cool. Seth freaking Rollins at 25. We got, let's see, Dirty Dominic Mysterio comes in at 26. Booed out of the fucking place. This guy needs to eat something. Okay? I cannot keep looking at this kid and just, he looks like an anorexic teenager cosplaying as Eddie Guerrero. He just does, and it just looks so bad. I can't stand it. I don't like it. But
You know what?
Booed out of the place.
This
Go ahead.
this boy needs a feud with someone who can wrestle. And I'm not under the impression that Dominic is a good wrestler, but I think with the right person, Dominic could have a feud that puts on a match that could really captivate a lot of people. I think he's got it in him with the right opponent. So, mark my words on that.
But who?
Can we hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Loud and
Yeah.
clear, baby. But who? Give me a name. Give me a name to work with Dom.
Somebody that's not his father.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
That narrows it down.
Instantly somebody who I think of, but I think they've already kind of worked with him quite a bit is Chad Gable. I think
Chad's a man.
you work with Chad Gable for quite some time on a match, put together a pay-per-view match, choreograph it, have it something that he can remember, have it something with a lot of character and charisma to it. Dominic and Chad Gable could tear the house down, I think.
I don't disagree with you. I really don't. Chad Gable to me is one of the more underrated guys in WWE and has been for a long time. If he were to ever leave and say go to Japan, guy's a world champ. He's an IWGP champ, in my opinion.
For
Send him to
sure.
Japan.
100%.
He's the man. 27 is Sami Zayn. After watching his best friend get murdered through a ladder, unlike what Harold thinks. 28, we got Damian Priest. L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
At 29,
Whoa.
boo. It was a whatever thing. I kind of felt like he immediately wanted to just wrestle against John Cena the whole time, which is fine. It's not a negative thing. And then, speaking of negative things, we got Logan Paul at 30. And I say that because I kind of feel like it could have been a handful of other people. It could have, again, another one of these situations could have been a handful of other people. But the only other guy that really came to mind for me was I thought it was going to be The Rock. I really did think it was going to be The Rock.
I did too. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And we didn't get The Rock.
I had three people that I thought could win the Rumble match. I thought it was going to be either CM Punk, Cena, or Dwayne Johnson. Those are my three choices. None of them.
None of them. None of them.
Was really hoping though he'd pull he'd pull the boss card and come in as entrant 31.
Again,
Perfect opportunity. He could just fucking slap a few people over the top rope. That's it. He didn't have to do shit. No bumps, nothing.
Yep, that's it. It could have been as simple as that. Could have been a force, just to kind of throw a fucking wrench into it. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting to see Solo.
Yeah. The fuck?
Another guy missed out.
Like, what do they do? I don't know what they're doing with. I gotta think of we're getting a Solo versus Jacob thing.
Maybe.
Somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Tell me Solo wouldn't have gotten a pop. Somebody who you would never would have thought organically would have gotten a pop. If Solo's music hit, he would have gotten a pop, bro.
Well, people love that theme.
Even
What happened?
Tama got that thing over.
Yeah. Nothing.
No. Instead, we got Logie Paul, who I think we had kind of known he was coming back. I think I don't know. No, he had said he wasn't.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
Oh shit.
We
Like
get
his face.
his face. What about it?
His face is bullshit.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Want to make sure. We did get the Rollins and Reigns, I guess, face off. You know, back in the old Shield days. I can almost never say that anymore. They end up getting super kicked.
The camera shot was really nice.
Camera shot was nice. The focus into one to the other. Good job on that one. Reigns almost gets eliminated by Rollins. Punk ends up eliminating them both. And we're like, you son of a bitch. And then Punk gets eliminated. which left Cena, Logan Paul, and Jey Uso. Logan Paul ends up getting eliminated, and then that's when it's down to Cena and Jey, and everybody's like, oh, John Cena's going to win. It's writing on the walls. There's people probably already walking out, getting ready to, I want to beat traffic. Let me go to the merch stand real quick because I know John's going to win, right? Right? No, John didn't win. John gets eliminated. Jey Uso wins. And my immediate question is a one single word, and it's why. It's just simply why. And I say it not only because I guess I get called me the old guy that doesn't make sense, but where does this go? I understand how over Jey Uso is, and I do. I get it. People are trying to tell me on the internet, well, he's at like Bryan Danielson level of over right now. But Bryan Danielson was getting fucked by the machine. So it made sense for him to go on and win. That's why you got excited for it, because when the machine stopped fucking the quote unquote B+ player, he showed him he's better than that. And he wins the title, and it's a great, excellent moment. This guy's just over. That's just it. He's just over. He hasn't been winning title matches. He hasn't been winning matches, period. So what's the point? You have an easy story where you could have Cena win it, check mark on a fucking another stat. It's him and Stone Cold Steve Austin with 3 Rumble wins. And then he goes on to WrestleMania to either win the 17th World Championship against Gunther or put him over. Which is the idea of him in the first place, but now instead we get Gunther versus Jey Uso because he's already announced he's going to go after him. And you're going to tell me, you're really going to tell me that I'm supposed to believe that Jey Uso, because the people love him, is going to beat Gunther?
Yeah.
That doesn't...
I mean, Mo, to be fair, is Sammy versus Gunther from last year all over again. It's literally the same exact fucking storyline.
Yeah.
Gunther his world title run has been booked horribly. He's not the strong, dominant champion that he should be. If you think about it, he barely beat Jey Uso at Saturday Night Main Event. So, Cena's probably going to get the Elimination Chamber.
He's already announced he's in the chamber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, he fucking got it. And as far as Jay goes, he's like their top merch mover.
Exactly.
It's a money decision.
Uso needed it more than Cena needed it. Cena didn't need the win because Elimination Chamber is coming up, as DC said.
It's money.
If Uso lost it to Cena, Uso's momentum is done.
And they may not be able to get it back.
And
Exactly.
Jay gets to say, he eliminated Cena in Cena's last Royal Rumble.
But okay, so we're the guy here. I love that this is this is the thing. This is how you're supposed to have conversations in the pro wrestling world. Not get all you're fucking full of shit and walk away from the convo. I get all of that. I do. But in my this again, we're loving this because it's opinion based shit here. You take the magnitude, the importantness of winning the Royal Rumble, and it's going to end up as a consolation prize because of what? Like it's I get it. Yes, he needed it more, but now all it is a stat on his record because he's not going to win the championship. I understand that a lot of us don't think that Gunther's run has been very good. But he's the world champion. This is how world championship title reigns are. He's going to talk more, and he's going to wrestle less. He's going to kind of look weak, but still win in the end. That's just how it is. It's just what it is. And I don't think he's going to lose it. Go ahead.
I'm under the impression that Jay is going to win it from Gunther.
Yeah, because then what? Like you said, what's all this for?
Yeah.
I say Jay takes it at either Mania or
Yep.
EC.
I don't know. I hope he does. I hope that's what it
I
ends up
think
being.
you almost have to.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
then you're right. It's all for nothing.
exactly.
but then again, so then
And his credibility is gone.
so then what with Gunther? Then what? He just goes on and that's it. The once
He can go
monster
after
goes
Cody
back.
now.
Yeah,
I guess we could spin it in a bunch of different ways, but that's why we have these conversations.
Here's
That's why
what you
we
do.
do.
Here's
this.
what you do, Mo. You
Please.
have him. You have Gunther show up after Mania and just beat the ever living dog shit out of Cody again and again and again and again and again and again.
I like
Right
it.
here, right there.
I like it. Okay.
He doesn't have to, but that's definitely a direct way to it. If you're gonna have it do that way,
So
Can't
he
tell me
can
y'all
hold
don't
off
want to see
into
it.
the. Gunther can, if Gunther loses the title, realistically, Gunther can disappear 8 months
true.
and not have anything. And then all of a sudden show up and attack whoever's champion at that time, and nobody would contest that he would be a liable contender for that. Easy.
Yeah,
Easy peasy.
You'd have him fucking take off until SummerSlam. If Jay's still
Why
champion,
not?
have him attack Jay again. Because
Yep.
you know WWE likes to run these matches over and over and over again.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You guys are making solid points. Again, this is why we have these discussions, because you can look at it one way, but others can look at it a different way, and it makes sense. I'm thinking it would be too early for Gunther to lose it, but then again, in a meaningful sense, it would make sense. And then yes, he could figure out something else, whether that be with a brand swap or whatever, because they tend to do the draft in April.
Yeah.
So,
How
right
old
after
is
Mania.
Gunther?
Oh God,
30s, I think.
Yeah.
Like, got to be early 30s or mid 30s, right?
got to be mid. He's got to be around
So
our
I'd say
age.
realistically, he could probably go another 10 years. I mean, there's no rush to put the strap back on him so soon.
It's not injury.
In my opinion.
He's
Yeah,
37.
exactly.
It's 37, not injury prone.
Yeah, he can go another 7, 8 years.
He'll be
It's
a-
called the,
Solid. Not injury prone.
easy.
And let's be honest, if Jay doesn't beat Gunther at Mania, we will never hear the end of this from Rikishi.
oh yeah, you're 1,000% on that one. 1,000%. All right, so that's it. That's the Rumble. 4 matches. We have our differences and we have our agreements, and all in all, we enjoyed the show. I do want to
Yeah, it
know.
was fun.
I do want to know for anybody, if you feel Jay was the right call, let us know in the comments. If you think he wasn't the right call, let us know in the comments. If you think somebody else should have won, let us know. Who your biggest surprise was, whatever have you. Talk to us so we can talk back to you. And that's going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and hit the plugs before we get on up out of here. So, DC, I'm going to start with DC because he's up on top right now. DC, what's happening? What's going on in the wide, wide world of the pundit?
Pundit's coming back, doing another episode tomorrow. Finally have the energy after working so damn much. Uncaged came back. We just recorded the other day. We had Paul Morales guest starring with Mike and I, where we discussed the career of Muhammad Hassan.
Hey.
And our next episode that we're going to be recording, not sure when, the importance of a good wrestling theme.
Hey.
With none other than Mr. Robert Davis.
Now we're talking. That's an episode that's worth
You
watching.
go.
All right, so we got that coming from the pundit. Harold, what's happening on your side of the pond? Is there another foodie episode, brother? I'm over here. I'm dying. I'm scratching. I need something.
You know what? Not only do we have something to bite your nibbles on,
Hey,
it's around your way,
ooh,
Moses
let's
Marquez.
go.
Around the San Diego area. We just took a trip down to Old Town, where we were able to do a little video on Old Town, a little
Very
video
nice.
on the few taco spots they have in that area. We hit up Coronado. We
Ooh.
hit up Hodad's.
Yes,
We hit
sir.
up so many places in the San Diego area. A lot of them recommended by yours truly, Moses Marquez.
Mm-hmm.
Visit the Too Sweet Click. We will be dropping episodes for you week after week. Food, travel, all your destinations in Southern California. Check us out. Too Sweet Click, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Ooh. Woo!
I am on literal pins and needles for this fucking Hodad's episode. Literal pins and needles. Hodad's is a goddamn staple. You can't say Hodad's anywhere in San Diego and not get somebody's excitement going. My wife's probably pounding on the wall right now like we need to go to the beach. Rob, what's happening with
Okay.
you? What is going on with everything you're working with? Are we coming back to the guitar world? What's happening?
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. I've got about 2 years worth of music. I've just kind of put into the pile, and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck am I going to do with all
What
this?
am I doing with the pile?
We're going to put it out. That's what we're going to do.
Hey.
So little by little, as we're putting the pieces together, we're going to get some music going again. But for the meantime, we do have Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling. We just released an episode. It was actually predictions for the Royal Rumble that we just watched. And coincidentally, the three of us, Nicola, Mike, and myself, we don't always agree on choices, but we all seemingly seem to agree that Jey Uso was going to win it, and when we were all right, and that's the first time that's ever happened in
Hey.
2 years that we've been doing these shows, so that was
Good
kind of
shit.
cool. But so we got that episode up right now. We're going to be working on an origin show for Karrion Kross and Scarlett later in the week. That'll be out next week. I think the next show after that, we're going to be doing predictions for NXT Deadline.
Yes.
I think Deadline's the next one.
Hmm?
We're going to have Beer from Max
Yeah.
Wrestling. He's going to be doing it with us.
Hell yeah.
He asked nicely to come on the show, so we're going to let him come and hang out with us for a bit. So if you want to check any of those shows out, linktree/BlackHeartsEBD3. You got all of our links there. We're back on the TikTok since they didn't take it from us.
Yeah.
Go check it out there. If you want to come talk sour sauce with your boy, linktree/hey, it's Rob.
Don't taste the sour sauce. It'll get your stomach curdling. I'm glad to hear it. Beer does the NXT round for Max every week. He's my brother in arms. That's my man's right there. We're the footy guys each and every. Well, I'm in the morning. He's in the afternoon. But that's good. Another episode I'm clamoring to watch. And another one you guys should be clamoring to watch is when we come back on Thursday. Or I should say when I come back on Thursday with Max Wrestling. The aftermath, the promo Rumble 10. The fact that the man that you are just now speaking about. Well, I hit him in the face with my brand new re-debuted promo championship, bringing it back to the heyday. So, yeah, you can thank Amir and some other folks. But we'll get into that when I get on to Max on Thursday, so you can follow us there, which is right here on that page. The TSK YouTube page of its own, however, well, that's on the way. And by on the way, I mean it comes at you with our first debut episode when we review AEW's Revolution in March. So March the 4th or March, whatever the hell it is, whatever day it is, whether it is a TSK meetup in LA or it is just simply a review, that is when we will debut the TSK's new YouTube channel. When it happens, you guys will know because the links will be there. And of course, a massive thank you to Max Wrestling for as long as we've been here, and we will make sure to show them love when we head on over to our own. So don't trip. This is still one big happy family, but it's time for the TSK to branch out on their own. So hope you all enjoyed the Rumble. Hope you all enjoyed the Rumble review. If you want to react with us, there's like a 2-hour video of our live reactions as we watch the entire show. Go enjoy it. Share with your friends. Watch the clips all over the internet that's going to go all over. It's going to be a good old time. We're going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will catch y'all, I guess, in March. Be sweet, boys. We'll see y'all then. Hey, you.